Um, I was in the kitchen this one day. Mother came to me and she said, "Is that little girl supposed to be riding that horse?" I was scared. She wasn't big enough to get that horse out of the barn.
How old was she?
I don't know. I thought maybe she was 6 or 7 or 8, but she could have been older. She she wasn't big enough to do that, but she had been going to that barn, petting that horse, talking to her, and she had unfastened the rope, the halter that the horse had that was tied in the barn. Some She got the horse up against the side, the stall, where she could climb up on her back. She was bareback. She didn't have a saddle on. And here she came out of that barn into the cow lot with the horse in that robe. I just, I nearly had a, I was too scared to have a heart attack. I went out that door and through across the yard into the lot. I said, "Marge, you had not ought to be doing this. You're not big enough to do this." I took the horse and led her back to the barn and tied her into the manger again. But that was only the beginning. She got so she could put the saddle on. She loved to ride all around the pasture, up the big hill, everywhere she was exploring. One day, she was 13, 14, and she had ridden Babe right straight up from the house where all those trees were. Now, Babe had been trained, if you dropped the bridle reins to the ground, she was supposed to stand there and wait for you. Babe wasn't too good about that waiting. So she had gotten away from Marge, and she was trotting towards the north along the fence line, and here come Marge out of those trees. She was crying, "Babe, whoa!" She wanted to stop her, but Babe wasn't going to start for a while anyway. But Marge just kept along. Now she was west of us all the time. Gail had taken me up on behind the barn up that hill to teach me how to ride a bicycle. Well, we heard Marge going through all this, and that was the end of my training to ride a bicycle. I never did get on it after that. I have been through so many experiences due to those two kids.